100% on our way to the moon.
Moontrain's on point, we're in the groove, trading like a symphony.
$1,000 for $50,000. I don't know why you're laughing. You're a great stock trader.
We're on the moon train.
Then we watched you guys land on the moon.
No, you did.
This is how you become a day trader.
All right. Last week was insane. So was the week before that. And I have a feeling this next week will be even more insane. The Namo is wedging here, okay? Still. The Namo is still rising. And the put call ratio took a nosedive on Thursday and Friday. So what I'm about to show you, I'm sure you've seen all the tweets about how healthcare is gonna be strong and tech is gonna be shit and so forth. Here's US 500, okay? And it was up 0.46 yesterday, I think, yeah. Because we got a little continuation rally. But NQ was up 1.7. And that tells me that there was actually a rotation in tech. Now, why were we flying in the overnight session is the Cosby, the Bill Cosby of indices that now hilariously controls our market, okay? Why? If you've been living under a rock, it's because well, they say Koreans, it's not Koreans, but the institutions over there have taken out fucking leverage. Just like, look at how this shit used to trade even in the spring, right? And there's a reason I'm not gonna zoom in on the chart, just so you get a picture. So you see this fucking slow grind snail bullshit here? Compare that to these candles now. It seems to me that someone in Korea has either started to taste crack or American-made Kool-Aid and wants to play the same game. So right now, you don't have to be a genius to see that. Let's just quickly compare here. You don't have to be a genius to see that that Cosby chart looks a lot like the fucking QQQ chart. All right? And specifically, since half of the Korean stock market is made up of Samsung and Hynix, or SK, whatever you want to call it, you can look at that MU chart that looks like that, and you can look at that and you can be like, oh shit, hey Billy, it's the same fucking chart pretty much. And you can be like, ah, okay, so why does Trump come out here and exactly there and pump this shit? Well, because someone somewhere realized that if we can't save this shit with a Trump pump, we're fucked. So they decided to pay $250 million into the Trump funds, the Trump accounts, to try to rescue this with a Trump pump. It failed twice. So the question now is, since these boys rallied, they touched the Bollinger on the daily and fucking piggyback this into over the daily 50. Can these fucktards get to the 9 here on Monday? If they do so, the switch from SPY, obviously we took, if you weren't on Friday night or Thursday, sorry, which was quite the session, we tried to sell most here on 5 rejects of the FOMC line, and this is just how cutthroat this market is, that even with knowing that this is going to fucking dump here and trying to selling, they still managed to steal a lot of gains from me. So I know it's thirst to be in a bunch of positions, but not only did they manage to do it on Wednesday to me, they did it on Thursday too. I was still green on the weekend, it's all dandy, but I could have been like a fucking leprechaun's chest. Okay, so remember we caught the SPY 740s for Monday, and I sold them here because I was looking at the premium chart that even if this decides to fucking gap up here, the better play for premiums is QQQ, and that's just by reading premiums live basically. I sold my 740s and I took 718s on QQQ because the fact of the matter is you can pump all you fucking want, but after it came out that all Trump used his meme coins for is a pay-to-play scheme, that pump has not worked, and I want you to remember that the market does not pump when Trump speaks. It only pumps on truth posts because that's what the algo grabs onto. It does not, it needs to be a shock to the system. It can't be just another fucking rally speech that does it. Okay? News conferences in the White House in front of the fucking golden mantle, maybe. Okay? So, unless these boys pump up, we're in for a sell. Now, for next week, and this is very important, and I'll get into the nitty gritty here. We have Monday, early high. We also have a change of trend. Tuesday, early low, Wednesday, early low, Thursday, early high, possible rally, and Friday, early high. So, you can fucking study the charts all you want, and it's all good and all of that, and I can sit here and say, hey, this is a inverted head and shoulders type of deal and we're fucking going to all-time high, or I can say now we've rejected here and here and here and we're just gonna go down. But that means nothing unless we react the right way. And you could even argue that you got yourself a possible wedge breakout or a possible wedge rejection. Futures argue for a breakout, right? But that's just futures. Here, see how vastly different this chart is, right? You could argue that it's fucking right there and it's rejected because, I mean, it has. Okay? Short term, you see all these alerts here? All these alerts are targets we've left behind from here. That can go hit. You also had that as a support target, and then you start getting pretty dire. So you are wedging, and usually this will come with fake moves, and it's the counter move that is the big one. So because we have a trend change for early this week, whatever it does, sure, ride it, but do know that the opposite is right around the corner. It is also noteworthy to say that if you've been trading tech or even SPY, it's felt like the struggle bus. Meanwhile, the Dow Jones has chopped. It hasn't ran in a straight line. It's fucking chopped up. Not saying it's been easy, but like no one fucking trades this, so does it even matter, right? You can also see here when I'm talking about this like, oh, tech is gonna be shit, so let's rotate into that, since we also told everybody that the market was gonna be green on Friday, and then we technically made it green and all of that. So it's a difficult market. You can see here that they were buying QQQ dark pool all fucking day, and you got the ghost up there. And if we can gap over that, then there's a small chance in hell, and I'm really like, I am praying that my Korean brothers do the gappy wappy, because if we can clear that ghost and have some fun fucking times, right? Here's the QQQ chart. See how we feel that ghost? And then we now on flow trade have one ghost here. If we can clear that ghost, the target is up here, because this ghost has not filled. And every other fucking ghost has filled pretty quickly. Even that ghost that we got on June 23rd was filled, June 23rd filled by July 1st. So first step is to see if we can do it on Monday. If not Monday, possibly Thursday. So write that down, because it's important to remember. Whoa, there we go. Yeah, it's important to remember, even when the market looks like shit, that you are indeed trading a market that does this shit. So does it matter here if I'm like, oh yeah, dude, in 2 weeks we're gonna be at fucking 745? No, because you'll fucking die in between, right? And the market is looking for direction. I'm also old enough to remember that Trump said 3 weeks ago that we have about 4 weeks of oil left. And you have had this Venezuelan earthquake. You've filled the US oil gap here on the daily. It's come down. It's been well publicized that, hey, oil is under 70. Now it would be logical for this to go to 82. Do you think the boys are gonna reach a deal here over July 4th and the funeral? No. Next time they talk is July 18th. So that is this weekend here. You could easily drift this up, and that will undoubtedly put pressure on the S&P. Might be why they're looking at tech after selling you that tech is shit during the summer. Okay? The gamma has had a really fucking hard time to keep up in this chop, but we'll take a look here. Right now we're here. It's the aggregate. Let's look on Monday. Monday could even get back up there to 748. That would be really good for my QQQ swing. 748, however, still puts you, that's kind of where the market is right now, actually. So you would really have to clear this and go tap that 750, which would be the spot to go touch. And then if it rejects there again and pulls back a little, it can go with the handle later on in the week. If it's a hard reject, bombs away. This is Tuesday. You see that 741. Why is that of interest? Well, wouldn't you fucking know, that is down here, and we have 3 targets that we left behind. So if we go up a little bit here, and then we can easily come down again, right? Wednesday, we have a interest, but on the counter side, yeah, I mean that looks pretty probable. So any gains to the upside on Monday, please fucking protect. Note to self. Wednesday, FOMC minutes come out. Now, I'm not saying that you're gonna sell down to there, but this is noteworthy to keep an eye on. Looks more like chop, maybe to the downside at 736, which is also a target, has not tagged yet. Thursday, because what the fuck is Kev gonna say? You get down to 736 on Wednesday, and that holds. You got yourself that rally that my system says on Thursday back up. And if you then go back up there, we would have rejected so many times that you'd think we can get through that 750, and that looks probable. So you're looking as of right now at a $20 range between 753 and like 735 for next week. And that means that forget completely about swinging some shit. It is scalps only. Otherwise, this market will fucking chew you a new asshole. Sorry for my French, but like somebody's gotta say it. By the way, inverted head and shoulders in the making. Looking for banks to eat shit early next week. The Dow come down, and the Nas with its Korean sidekicks to go about here. Then, as you see here, allergic, right? It will be very hard for them to just fucking rip this fucker through here. Okay? But as you see, Nasdaq got a nice bounce. If they can take this out, bro, I'll eat Korean barbecue for a fucking week, no doubt. Dollar strong, oil ready for a bounce, 10-year yield smoking crack. Bitcoin closed Thursday, hold on, we closed Thursday here. It has also rallied a little bit coming down. The VIX 1D is still in a kind of like slow compression cooker. The VIX, again here, like when we look at the daily, there's your pierce to the downside, several pierces to the upside. If we catch a day where this fucker comes to this party line here, which is right at 15, we have to take puts. I'm gonna put so many alerts here so that my fucking system seizes up to the point where I have to sell all my shit. Some individuals, we nailed a bunch of shit yesterday, but last week, but again, it was hard to stay in and it was very volatile. We obviously caught Michael Dell here. Plenty, could have stayed in for the whole move, right? Like, we got in here, it ripped, then it fucking ripped some more, and then we scalped it, I believe, here. But yeah, they basically killed all the tech premiums. We were also Meta, we could have been in fatter. So you see, like, we're at the right place at the right time. It's still a very difficult market with fucking half an hour ripper algos, and then not even like bounce here, just nuke, and then you gotta wait. And I mean, we waited hours to catch this low, and got some nice gains on it, but still, Meta, huge move, and then huge move down. All eyes on Nvidia. It needs to reclaim 200 like Monday, Tuesday. Otherwise, it as well is in hot water. And why has tech been so weak? Let me explain again. if memory is needed for the AI system, whatever the fuck the AI system is intended to do, okay? Because it's not just Grok and OpenAI, but whatever this is intended to be for, if it runs on memory and it pumps the memory stocks from, you know, $60 to $1,200, fuck yeah. Can I sell you some SMCI cooling racks too? That's great for memory, right? But now everybody's fucking chased this so hard, so there's a lot of money here. So then the people start asking, well, you know, you're raising your prices, you're saying it's gonna be fucking 10 years, this and that. Where does that leave this piece of shit here? So you're telling me it's gonna take 10 years? That means that all this fucking, we haven't even put out Vera Rubin. We were still playing Blackwell here a few months ago. Like, where does that leave all that tech? And then you have Meta saying, oh, you know, okay, see the problem here? That means that what are you gonna use as gap filler? That's right, your ass. So again, that does not mean that they don't pump this shit higher, but what it does mean is that it's gonna be we can either have 5% corrections this year, or we're gonna fucking have a big one. As for July, you can see here, I think we did this week, now we're here, pump and dump and pump. That's what my system says, that's what the gamma says, and that is what the sports calendar says. So I say next week literally looks like that. A little bit of pump, dump, and then a fucking rally. Maybe not worth playing, maybe they take it up Sunday, Monday, and then this is OPEX week. And my brain has tried to fight July OPEX week many fucking times, and it's a fucker. Let's not forget that you still also have this issue in Japan. I know that they're celebrating our fucking independence over there, right? They did intervene here, clearly. That's last time they intervened. Now they could only pull off that. That's another time they intervened, and that. So to me that looks like the wasabi isn't hitting the same way that it used to. So what is the message? Be fucking careful. Take your profits. And if it rips or dips after you've sold, who the fuck cares? The whole point this week is to go in, focus really fucking hard. Do not chase. It takes an extraordinary amount of focus to play this current market. As soon as you think that you're fucking A-okay, it will change its voice from hey honey to hey honey, and you'll be like, holy shit, what just happened? Okay, straight up. So we have to be very, very, very careful. And shit, to sum it up, to take it one day at a time. There's the King node on SPX, looks fucking gnarly. There's that 740 and QQQ. If it can open over 720, come on Korea, it can go. And if that happens for me, I will bank. If this happens instead into open, I'll be on the struggle bus for 2 days, so I want that fucking win. Now, in all fairness, the system gave me those wins, but there's massive premium fuckery going on. Like, I've never seen the pump and the drain like this. You think you can hold some runners? No, you fucking can't. Because guess what? Those runners have Adam's apples and have a third leg and are fucking making your golf clubs blush. Okay, I'm serious. But if you look here, if we stay in this range, we can have some decent fun, because it is indeed range bound with scalps and it is fucking violent. Don't forget, these fuckheads are in at 716 and they ripped it to 750, so they made money. But it'll keep going here, and then either do a fake breakdown or a fake breakup before the real move. So all hands on deck next week. If you see something that's tingling your balls, share it in the fucking chat. And with that said, love you all, appreciate you all, and let's fucking absolutely kill it next week and make a gang load of money. It's gonna be exciting for sure. There's the moon phases, and let's also, just to be a good Samaritan, show you that Monday ISM, Waller speaks, Lagarde speaks. Anytime there's Japanese data this week, it can nuke the market. Tuesday, consumer inflation expectations. Okay. Wednesday's the big one. FOMC minutes. SPY has not traded over FOMC, it's just rejected it. So if that's another sell, because you know, task forces and shit, you probably won't bounce until something here. And then you have the whole shit show that should kick in after all the celebrations, whether morning or fireworks, should kick in again. Okay. And then the week, that's why also this week would be great to put in a fucking top, because then you have OPEX week. So that's a comprehensive overview. But let me check the TRIN real quick. Where are you here? The TRIN closed at 1, so no one knows, right? No one knows. It's kind of at neutral right now. With that said, a lot of these tech names do have higher nodes, but we already went over what we think of tech. If you can catch either 900 or this here, it would be worth it in my opinion, since it does not tag the daily 50, since it was $400. Huh. God bless you guys.